Hi Legionnaires, Steve Cox here with you from High Tech Legion. You know, I know a lot of people don't use micromedia devices like flash drives and little SDs, little micro SDs and things like that often, but it seems like every phone out there, just about every phone out there uses micro SDs. Cameras all use micro SDs, and with the growth of technology, I really think that even though it's not exactly a new technology, I think it's really going to grow in the future here. Point being, to use all of that, for example, my camera here that I'm recording on, if I hook it directly to my computer with the micro USB, the transfer rates are so slow that even just transferring over 4 gigabytes worth of combined video and pictures takes 10 or 15 minutes, and that's not that long. Sure, I could just step away and do something else for a moment, but I mean, when it comes to technology, we're always looking for faster and better. I mean, time is money. We're trying to save that money, trying to save that time, right? So more and more I see the need for some kind of a card reader or something. I've had to go out and buy a little card reader, plugs into my USB 2.0 dongle. How much better would that be with a USB 3.0 card reader? Well, this here is the VANTEC USB 3.0 multi-memory internal card reader. It has a USB 3.0 on the front. It's got eSATA and audio ports, and of course it supports SD, MS, CF, XD. Runs the whole gamut of the small memory cards. The actual model number is the UGT-CR961. Again, it does use a 20-pin USB 3.0 connector. It has SATA connector to hook up just like a hard drive or anything else would. And then, of course, HD audio header for the microphone and headphone ports on the front. It measures 135 by 101 by 25 millimeters and fits into any standard 3.5 inch drive bay, just like a regular HDD would, inside your computer. Now, I personally would rather have it mounted in the front. I ran out and grabbed me a VANTEC adapter so that it fits in the 5 1/4 inch, basically an optical drive or something like that. It does feature a simple design with easy integration into standard 3.5 inch drive bay. Again, I'm not personally using that. It supports all the latest memory cards and next generation 2 terabyte card capacity. So that's going to be really nice. It'll actually read all the newer, really big cards, which is necessary. It's got a clear LED indicator. You can't see it so much here. I'll show you on the actual product, but it has a green light, green LED light just to let you know it's powered on, and then a yellow LED light to let you know when data is actually being transferred or cards are being read. Convenient USB 3.0 super speed port, eSATA and audio. Again, it's all just plugs right into the front, and it's simple plug and play. There's no drivers. When you plug it in, it's ready to go. And it is easy to install. I will show you exactly how easy it is to install. And let's get over here on the table and take a look at show you guys a close-up of the box and look at the product itself. Okay, I like to always get you guys a good close-up of the box so you'll know exactly what it is you're looking for. Again, this is by VANTEC. It's got the VANTEC logo here in the top corner. It is the USB 3.0 multi-memory red box with a nice image of the product itself, and then all the profiles of the different kinds of cards that it reads. On the side you have the features list that I just read over with you and the specifications. I went over most of those. I did not cover every part of it. It does have memory card supported is the compact flash type 1, micro SD, SD, SDHC, SDXC, MMC, Microdrive, memory stick, Pro, Duo, Pro Duo. That sounds funny, but there are different things, 3 different things: the Pro, the Duo, and the Pro Duo. A Micro and a Pro HG, an XC and a XD. And you can always go to www.vantecusa.com for any other updates, anything like that, and to verify that it does cover the type of media that you have. Of course, I'm sure with that kind of coverage, I think that's pretty much everything. So again, on the back it has, you know, Spanish, French, Japanese, what do I got? Russian, German, and French. So it's going to run down all the features in those languages and covers the package contents. Is the actual USB 3.0 multimedia card reader, an installation guide, and installation screws. I've taken the liberty of already removing some of the contents just so that I would have it readily available. Here's the installation guide. It's pretty simple to do. I think anyone who's built a computer or worked inside a computer for any amount of time will understand how easy this is to do. You've got front and back directions. It's going to show you the different kinds of connections and where they go. Again, those are uniquely formatted. You know, this 20-pin 3.0, it will not plug in anywhere except a 20-pin 3.0 connector. Your HD audio, same deal, and of course, just about anyone can figure out a SATA port. Again, it covers all the different kinds of cards. Let me zoom in on this one here, because this is going to be the most needed. It covers all the different kinds of cards and exactly which slot on the front of the card reader. It's got a diagram of the card reader here, and then all the different kinds of cards and where they plug in. And that's, I think, going to be the most needed. You can verify which kind of card you have and where that's going to go. But again, I think most people who use this are going to already know that. As I stated, pardon me while I pan back out a little bit. As I stated, this is an internal card reader. And here we have it. It does fit into a 3.5-inch drive bay. You can see the front here. Pull it up. You see it does have the blue for the USB 3.0. These are obviously the audio connections. And you can't really see all of the card slots very well. At least I can't in the video. But you have, again, all the different card slots there. You can see that it matches up with the detailed information on the installation guide. Now, I ran out because I wanted to use this as an external thing and grabbed a little adapter. Again, the VANTEC adapter, very inexpensive. That fits right in there and will allow me to install that into a 5¼ drive at the front of my computer, making it more easily accessible. I mean, I don't want to take a side panel off my computer just to read a flash card real fast or something. And it does come with the screws to install that. Whether you install it into a hard drive bay, into a 3.5-inch hard drive bay, or even into here, you're going to want to screw it in and make sure it's stable. Okay, real quick, like I say, installation of the VANTEC USB 3.0 multi-memory card reader is very easy. You have, for internal installation, it's as simple as, even if this were still in your computer, this is the hard drive bay. I have one extra, so I just used it for display purposes, but this happens to be a simple snap out and then you drop it in. You can line up the screw holes. Of course, I would normally have, this one doesn't have them, but like this one does. You'll see it has the little pegs on it, and you just line those up and snap it back together. If I could see it. Apparently I'm blind. Either way, and that snaps right in there, and then those are held there. You may need to, if you're like mine, may need to remove the rear two. Apparently there are not holes for that rear section. You're going to want to use the screws that come with it to screw that down right here on the sides. And of course, all of these little internal connectors are a little bit different, and so yours may be a little different, but again, simple enough to install that into a internal hard drive bay, even if you have the kind that are all screws or any kind of quick connector. But let's get into actually installing the product, the VANTEC USB 3.0 multimedia multimedia card reader, pardon me, into the computer. All right, now that I've showed you how easy it is to place the VANTEC USB 3.0 multimedia card reader into the internal 3.5 inch drive slots, I'll show you it's just as easy. If you grab the, this one in particular is again the VANTEC model number HDA525P. This is their adapter for the front bay 5 1/4 inch drive bays, and you just snap that in. Get it lined up. Check the side to see that your screw holes line up. My lighting in here is not quite as good as my other room, but those screw holes all line up. And then the screws which come with it, and they go straight in the sides, and we'll just pop it right in the front of the computer. And the physical installation part is that easy. I will show you quickly how easy the actual cabling and connecting is. Well, you don't want to watch me screw screws in. Okay, now I've got all those screws in place. Figured before I put it in the computer, I'd take a quick moment and show you guys the actual connectors. I realize I didn't go over that at the beginning. Of course, I did mention it does use a 20-pin 3.0 connector, and it has a HD audio connector for the microphone and headphone, and then of course a SATA port. Pretty standard, pardon me, pretty standard SATA cable. Clips right in. I am glad that it does have a metal clip. I like to use those always instead of just the, I know some of them just have, they slide in, but they slide right back out. I do like the ones with clips that actually snap into position. So the actual installation, again, forgive me, my lighting in this room is not quite as good as my other room where I normally shoot video. The installation is as easy as sliding the wires through. Like I say, most of you guys are going to know this. Of course, this case has a easy open and lock, so I just get it into about the right position and then lock it on the side, and I'm in position. I'm locked in, and I'm ready to plug all the wires in. And get you guys around over here. Oops. So you can watch me just plug the wires in the right positions and have a good understanding of where that goes. Of course, I like to keep all my cables very neat and tidy, so I'm going to be feeding these around the back. If you don't have a lot of cable management space, of course these cables can be brought around the front. and your SATA goes into your SATA, your 3.0 here, and the HD audio plugs in the motherboard down there. Again, I'm running it all around the back side just to keep it looking good. So bringing the 3.0 back around the front from the back here. The HD audio, you'll see I'm bringing in down here, and it easily plugs into the HD audio port at the bottom of the motherboard. And we're done with that. For me, this SATA cable is the most difficult, only because I already have that big graphics card in the way, but and because I have specific positions that I like to put everything in. But if you can see in here, I can just slide that right in there and it snaps right in, and we're done. That's as easy as that. And then all we have is the USB 3.0. On the USB 3.0, it is a 20-pin connector, but you'll see, even though it looks pretty uniform on both sides, it will usually have a little raised knob on one side, and on the actual connector on the motherboard there's a slot where that fits. So make sure you get that lined up correctly and in the right position. And of course, never force anything. These little pins, the little metal pins on there, are very thin and very fragile, and you'll forgive me, I gotta move you guys out of the way to do this. Alright guys, my final thoughts for the VANTEC USB 3.0 multi-memory internal card reader. Again, the UGT-CR961. It's a great little device, easily installed, easily used, and fairly inexpensive for what it is, and it can easily make your computer much more versatile and make transferring media, whether it be pictures, images, videos, or any other files. If you don't have 3.0 connectors on the case that you have, this will give you a USB 3.0 like I showed, and all the speeds are up to par, very, very quick transfer rates when used. Again, my benchmarks that I use, the card that I have, the micro SD card that I have, is only a class 4. Of course, with a class 6 or class 10, some of the faster models, you'll get higher transfer rates. You saw the transfer rates that I gave for the USB 3.0 connection. Standard, you know, as fast as the card reader directly into the computer itself. Or, I'm sorry, as fast as the thumb drive being plugged in to the computer itself. So there's no difference between this card reader and a regular 3.0 connection on the front of a case. So if you don't have a USB 3.0 connection on the front of your case, again, this is a perfect solution for that. So I'm going to definitely give it a Editor's Choice Award. Great little device, easily used by anyone for so many different purposes. I really think there's just no reason to not have one in your case. So again, a Editor's Choice. That's the USB 3.0 multi-memory card reader by VANTEC. So I'm Steve Cox with High-Tech Legion signing out. Remember to come and join us on our forums at www.hightechlegion.com, and keep up with us on Facebook. Give our page a like, and follow our contest and all of our reviews there, and join us over on our YouTube page and everything. And if you're into the Twitter, follow us on Twitter for daily updates and everything new in tech.